Recording. Okay, so today's topic is inside the atom. Inside the atom, we have studied about what is atom, what is matter. So matter means what? Any substance which has mass and occupies space. Atom means what? The smallest particle of the chemical element that can exist is known as atom. And what is meant by molecule? Molecule is the smallest particle and when of an atom. Okay, it is the smallest particle of an atom. Then we have studied Dalton's theory. In Dalton's theory, we had studied that about the matter. Matter is made up of atom, and atom cannot be destroyed, cannot be created, and it is indivisible. Then all the atoms are not alike. Only few atoms are alike, whereas some atoms are different and having different mass. Okay, and in Dalton's theory, we also have studied that every atom is hard solid sphere, but it does not have any internal structure. According to Dalton's theory, we also have studied that when the mass of an element A and element B is distributed uniformly and a new compound is formed, that is compound C, that time the atomic mass of the atom is uniformly distributed in the element C. Then we have studied about Thomson's pudding model of atom. In this, we have studied that in an atom, there are some positive as well as negative charge, whereas the negative charge particles are having mass 1800 times more than the hydrogen atom. Means ये जो negatively charged particles है, इसका mass जो है, that is more than an hydrogen atom. Okay, in this model we have studied that the atom is a sphere shape and it is having some positive as well as some negative charge of electrons which are embedded on the sphere like atom. Okay, and why this is present? Because the positive and the negative charge should be balanced. For that purpose it is balanced. So I hope till here you have understood. So today we are going to start with the Rutherford foil experiment. In this experiment, we have seen that first of all, let us see that what are the drawbacks of Thomson pudding model and Dalton's theory. The plum pudding model of an atom was widely accepted for the understanding of the structure of atoms. So in Thomson Plum's pudding model, the atom structure was widely accepted and we could have understood what is an atom. Okay, but several scientists studied about the atomic structure and they found that the result which they were finding after the experiment, it was contradicting the Thomson pudding model. So scientists decided to reconsider the Thomson's atomic structure model and study it again. Okay, so Rutherford's gold foil experiment is one of the experiment which gives the answer for all these questions that was not given by the Thomson Plum's pudding model as well as Dalton's theory. So in this experiment you can see that there is an gold foil present inside. There is an alpha particle which will emit some rays. There is a fluorescent screen which is present surrounding the gold foil. Now in this experiment you can see that so you will see that why the source alpha particle is used in the container of a box. There is one box which is containing alpha particles. Now why the Rutherford choose alpha particle? So he choose alpha particle to show the because alpha particles are having higher energy and they are heavier. So he choose the alpha particle. And why he used the gold foil for the experiment? Because approximately it can absorb thousands of atoms. Okay, lesser the atoms, convenient the experiment. So the mass of the gold foil was 1,000, can accept thousands of atoms. Okay, so he used the gold foil. Then about fluorescent screen. So why he used a fluorescent screen? Because that helped to detect the radiation and emitted fluorescent light. When the alpha particles are coming from the box, they are hitting this gold foil. Okay, and this fluorescent screen is used to identify in which direction did the uh, atoms went when they are bombarded on the gold foil. Okay, when they are bombarded on the gold foil, तो कौन से डायरेक्शन में, कौन से एंगल में वो डिफ्लेक्ट हो गया, ये देखने के लिए ये जो स्क्रीन है, दैट इज फ्लोरोसेंट स्क्रीन वाज यूज्ड सराउंडिंग द गोल्ड foil. अभी इस एक्सपेरिमेंट में क्या होता है, that alpha particles are emitted from the element present in the box and it directly hits the gold foil. तो जो अल्फा पार्टिकल्स है बॉक्स में प्रेजेंट, okay, that are hitting the gold foil. Okay, after hitting the gold foil, there were some observations. There were some observations. There were some observations. In that observation, we found that some of the alpha particles deflected, while some did not deflected, and some bounced and came back. ओके तो ये सब चीजें ऑब्जर्वेशन के टाइम दिखाई दी जब अल्फा पार्टिकल्स गोल्ड फाइल के ऊपर बम्बार्डेड होते हैं, हिट करते हैं, दैट टाइम सम of the particles deflected while some of the particles were non-deflected, while some of the particles bounced and came back. So these were the three observations that were seen in the Thomson Rutherford's gold foil experiment. Okay, so let us see about the Rutherford's nuclear atom of atom. So in this experiment, what he came to conclusion, what conclusion did he had in this? So there were some positive charge nucleus at the center of the atom. Center of the atom में क्या था? Positive charge थे present in the nucleus. Atom के बीच में एक nucleus होता है और nucleus के अंदर positive charge होते हैं. Okay. Almost entire mass of the atom was concentrated on in the nucleus. So जो entire mass of that atom was almost concentrated in the middle of the atom. In the middle of the atom, what was present? Nucleus was present. And what does the nucleus has? The nucleus is having positive charge. Okay, then what about the negative charge? So these negative charge were revolving around the nucleus. जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा था ना सोलर सिस्टम में बीच में सन रहता है, उसके बाजू में all the other planets are revolving. In the same manner, the negatively charged particles are known as electrons and they start revolving around the nucleus. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है? पहले क्या होता है, एक एटम होता है, एटम के बीच में what is present in the center of the atom? Nucleus is present. And what does that nucleus is having? That nucleus is having positive charge, and the whole entire mass of the atom is concentrated in the middle of the atom, that is in the nucleus. और ये negatively charged particles क्या होते हैं? They are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, they are revolving around the nucleus. Then the total negatively charged on the electrons, then what happens? The electrons of the negative and the positive charge, they are equally balanced. They the opposite charge are equally balanced in the atom, and afterwards they become electrically neutral. So then what did Rutherford saw? That there is some empty space between the revolving electron and in the atomic nucleus. So what did he saw? When the nucleus was when the negative charge were revolving around the nucleus, he saw that there is some empty space between the electron and the nucleus. Okay, So he couldn't explain this point, that what was this empty space and what this should be labeled. So his Rutherford's experiment was very good experiment. He gave all the answers. How did the electrons revolve around the atom? Where is the concentrated mass of the atom present? He gave lot of answers to many of the questions, but he failed to answer the last point, uh, he couldn't explain the empty space between the electrons and the nucleus. Okay, let us see about what is the thing which is present in the Rutherford's atomic model but not present in Dalton's and atomic model. So what thing was present? Empty space between the electrons and nucleus. So Rutherford ने क्या explain किया? Empty space between the electron and the nucleus, which was not explained by Thomson and Dalton's theory. Then what is the point difference between the place of the electrons in the atomic model of the Thomson and the Rutherfords? So in this model, the electrons were embedded in positive charge, while in Rutherford, the electrons were revolving around the nucleus. ये difference था. हमने क्या difference देखा है? हमने क्या डिफरेंस देखा है कि थॉमसन पुडिंग मॉडल में पॉजिटिव चार्जेस एम्बेडेड थे, बट in Rutherford we understood that the positive charge were in the nucleus and the electrons, that is negatively charged atoms, were revolving around the nucleus. So this was the difference. And what was the drawback of the Rutherford? That he couldn't explain the most of the space which was remain empty in an atom, and a positive charge which occupies small space inside the atom. Okay, as he said that the positive charges are present inside the nucleus, but how much space do they occupy inside the atom, he could not explain. So these 2 points were there, these 2 drawbacks were there, due to which he couldn't explain the Rutherford's experiment. Okay, so I will open the for you so that you, whatever doubts you are having, you will ask me there. Shubhi Tiwari, you are telling my name Siddhi. Okay. Just a second, let me start. Okay, till here we have completed. We have understood what were the drawbacks of the Rutherfords. That is, he couldn't explain the empty space of an atom, as well as he couldn't explain how much space is occupied by an atom in the nucleus of the positive charge. So let us start with the Bohr's atomic model. Okay, in Bohr's atomic model, in this model, Bohr's Danish scientist Niels Bohr, he was a scientist. He explained in 1913 about the stable atomic orbit, and this atomic orbit was worldwide accepted. And the other thing is that he was able to give all the questions answer, and that is why this was the final atomic model, which was final, and it was worldwide accepted, and because it is giving all the questions answers. So let us see what is about the Bohr's atomic model. So in this, he told that the electrons are revolving around the atomic nucleus, which lie in a circular orbit. Okay, so in Rutherford's, what did Rutherford said? That he said that the electrons are revolving around the nucleus, but how they were revolving, he couldn't explain. So this question's answer was given by Bohr's atomic model. So he said that the electrons are revolving around the atomic nucleus, and they lie in a circular orbit. So he gave that they are in an orbit, and they are lying in a circular orbit at a certain distance from the nucleus. Okay, and he also told that example, the more simple words he told, that as example he gave that of solar system. Okay, our solar system is one of the example. So in the solar system, what we can see that the sun is a stationary at the center. The sun is at the center while the planets are revolving around it. But the planets are revolving around the around itself at a fixed part. Okay, तो कोई distance होता है in between them. According to that only they are revolving. सबको fixed जगह दी है. Okay, for example, in a classroom you are given first bench will this student will occupy, second bench this student will occupy. तो ऐसे सबको जगह दी है planet में, and they are supposed to revolve in that only area. उनको दूसरी जगह पे जाके revolve नहीं करना है. That is that was told about the nucleus that were revolving around the circular orbit. Then similarly he also told about that the nucleus acts as a sun which is at the center, and the electrons are the planets which have fixed definite orbits, and the electrons are revolving around those orbits or shells, or we can say energy लेवल. तो अभी आपको सन और प्लैनेट्स का एग्जाम्पल दे के मैं आपको समझा सकती थी कि हाउ द एक्चुअली इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर रिवॉल्विंग. तो न्यूक्लियस बीच में होता है. इन न्यूक्लियस व्हाट इज प्रेजेंट? पॉजिटिव चार्जेस आर प्रेजेंट, and the negative charges that are electrons, they are revolving around the orbit, or we can say different shell. So different shells are having different number of electrons. Now each electron is having energy of an electron is constant. So her shell में some specific energy was constant. That shell was having that much of energy only. Now if suppose some electrons would like to jump from the inner orbit to the outer orbit. Okay, अगर कोई electrons jump करते हैं inner orbit से outer orbit, तो they have to match the energy level with the outer orbit, because inner orbit का energy level अलग है, outer orbit का energy level अलग है. So to match this inner and outer orbit, the electrons have to absorb some of the energy, and then they will equal themselves to the energy level of the outer level. Suppose now the outer orbit electrons want to jump into the inner orbit shell, then what will happen? The emitted energy should be again equal to the difference. So यहाँ पे energy less हो जाएगी और यहाँ पे energy absorb हो जाएगी. Okay, and what will happen? The electrons will absorb the energy level of the electrons, and then they will match with the shell, and they will remain in that shell. ओके, तो ये सब पॉइंट्स है. अगर कोई इलेक्ट्रॉन जंप करता है फ्रॉम द इनर ऑर्बिट टू द आउटर ऑर्बिट, इनर ऑर्बिट का एनर्जी लेवल अलग है, आउटर ऑर्बिट का एनर्जी लेवल अलग है. ओके, सो दे हैव टू मैच देमसेल्फ विद द एनर्जी लेवल ऑफ द इनर एज वेल एज आउटर ऑर्बिट from wherever they jump, whether they jump from inner orbit to outer orbit or outer orbit to inner orbit. Okay, then here are some of the definitions. What is atomic structure? So an atom is formed from the nucleus and the extranuclear part, and according to that the atom is divided into three parts, that is nucleus, electrons and protons. So what is nucleus? Nucleus is having positive charge, and the mass of the atom is concentrated in nucleus. Okay, then what is electron? In electron, these are present in outer orbit of the nucleus or shell of the nucleus, and they are negatively charged, और इनका mass कितना होता है? More than 1/1800 times of the hydrogen atom. Okay, then we will talk about the protons. Protons कहाँ पे होते हैं? They are present in the nucleus. Nucleus के साथ ये protons रहते. Protons are what? They are positively charged. They are positively charged. Are positively charged they are positively charged and it is having mass of 1 unit. Okay, then we will talk about the neutrons. Neutrons, it is present in the nucleus and they are positively charged. Okay, so this is about the Bohr atomic theory. Now, here in this atom, you can see that there are uh, in this atom, you can see that there are three types: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Okay, so here in this picture, you can see that the neutrons and the protons are present inside the nucleus, whereas electrons are revolving around the shell, or you can say orbit. Okay, now the thing which Rutherford was not able to explain, that was explained by the um, Bohr's atomic model. Here you can see there are three parts of the particle such as proton, neutron, and electron, and the extra part that was between the two shells or the nucleus or the shell, that was known as extra nuclear part. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं, these are the electrons which are revolving around the orbit. Here it is neutron present, neutron and protons are present inside the nucleus, and the electrons are revolving around the orbit, and the space between the nucleus and the orbit, or one orbit and the other orbit, that space which was empty, that was known as extra part of the shell. Okay, according to Bohr's model, now we can say that there were 4 shells in the nucleus. यहाँ पे आपने पीछे देखा था कि see, here you can see this is the protons, this is the neutrons, this is the nucleus, and electrons are revolving around the shell. तो जो न्यूक्लियस के बाद में जो फर्स्ट शेल आता है, that is known as K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell. तो जो न्यूक्लियस के बाद वाला शेल आता है, that is your first shell. फिर this will be your second shell and this will be your third shell. और उसके बाद अगर कोई शेल रहेगा तो that will be your fifth shell. Okay. Okay, we will stop here. यहाँ तक आपको समझ में आया? I hope